it's Charles here, and greetings from the northern part of Uganda. So recently, I received a comment from one of my follower on YouTube, and her name is Irene. So Irene was asking me to share an update about one of our maize project, the DK777 that we did. And Irene, if you are watching this and any other person interested in growing maize, this video right here is for you. So about 3 months ago, that was in April, we planted one of our garden, DK777. It was around 6 acres, and then later we extended some more. So it's probably totaling to around 10 acres plus. Now, I want to just share some few information about growing maize, and I want us to focus on DK777 to be specific. Now, when it comes to growing maize in Uganda, currently we have a lot of varieties. We have varieties like DK777 right here, varieties like Bazooka, varieties like Longe, varieties like DT Max, among others. Now, it seems like farmers have loved DK777, but of course, depending on the type of market that you're targeting, you choose a specific varieties, because we have some farmers who target the fresh market, and then we have some farmers who target the grain market. Now, when the maize is dry, they sell it. So those are two different categories. Now, some details or some facts about DK777. Number one, DK777 takes around 115 to 120 days. That's the maturity period. That's roughly like 3 to 4 months. And the plant population is usually 25,000 plants per acre. So to grow 1 acre, how much kilos do you need? You'll need 10 kilograms of seeds to plant in 1 acre. Now, you will ask me that what is the spacing? Usually, of course, like I always say, different farmers does their thing differently, but you can do a spacing of 75 maybe to 80. That is in between the rows. And then the plant spacing, you can do around 25 to 30 centimeters. So that's it. So after planting your maize, your DK777, what are the expected yield? You should expect between 25 to 30 kilograms of 90 kilograms to 100 kilograms bugs. So that means of dry grains, of course, that's what we're talking about. So that should be around 1,800 to maybe 2,500 kilograms from 1 acre. In the northern part of Uganda, sometimes maize ranges from 800 shilling to maybe 1,000 shilling to around 1,500 there per kilos, depending on the season and also the demand. So if you've produced, you can actually see a way to do your math and multiply that. So that's the market price usually. What are some of the prevailing pests and diseases that disturb maize in the northern part of Uganda? Number one, we have the fall armyworms, and then secondly, we have the stem borers. Now, there are organic and also inorganic ways to get rid of those. You can use insecticide like Striker, you can use Porcelain, or you can use Benzomax. Those are the ones I recommend. They work perfectly fine. But if you know any other one, you can also drop in the comment section so that fellow farmers can learn. So that is it basically. Now, some of the key things you need to know. One, I've put them here. One, higher yields depends on good agronomic practices and also the rainfall. This applies to most of the crops. You need to always follow proper agronomic practices. Secondly, prices varies with season. Uh, Off-season maize usually fetches you higher prices. And then thirdly, which is also the last, is storing maize and also selling later can also increase the profits. So you need to plan accordingly. So lastly for today, this is a question I get asked with most of the time. Someone may want to grow maize, or maybe they are not based right here, they are working somewhere and they want to send money to their relatives, or they want to partner or use someone they trust. How much do you really need to grow 1 acre of maize? Now, if you want to grow maize, number one, you need to have a garden or you need to have your land. So if you don't have it, you'll need to lease it, of course. Usually leasing land in the northern part of Uganda, one season, 1 acre is around 100,000 Uganda shilling. Secondly, after now you've acquired your land or your garden, you need to clear it or prepare it. I would advise that you plow it 2 times. So tractors here charge between 100,000 to 120,000 depending on the tractor operator or the owner you've got. So you'll have to do that twice. Now the seed, like I initially said, seed for that can plant 1 acre, you'll need around 10 kilograms. So at least you should organize between 120 to 150,000 Uganda shilling for the seed, depending on where you're buying it from. Alongside, you'll also need fertilizer, the base of fertilizer for planting. The inorganic one you can use is DAP, that is diammonium phosphate. It helps with the root growth and development, all those. And then after that, now we have planting. You've now acquired your land, your garden, you've cleared it, you have your fertilizer, your seed, planting. Most people in my community, they plant 1 acre between 90,000 to 100,000. It really depends on your agreement. And then we have weeding. I would advise you that you weed your garden 2 times. So weeding also can be 90,000 or 100,000 per acre. Now, after that, just be monitoring your maize and wait for the harvest. And yeah, harvesting will probably also cost you between 100,000 to 150, because after harvesting, you'll have to bring in the machine for shelling, and then now you can dry it and then you sell. So that's it basically. So to produce 1 acre, if you've been doing the math, you'll probably need around 1 million to maybe 1 point something Uganda shilling. But if you'd like to learn more about growing maize in the northern part of Uganda, you want to learn about in other farming, feel free to reach out for a session and I'll be more than happy to guide you. Of course, that might come at a small cost that we can talk about. My name is Charles. Thank you for watching. I hope you've learned one or two things. If this has been helpful to you, be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.